I've always thought it important to work with children from disadvantaged backgrounds because I've had a lovely upbringing, and there are children out there that haven't got to do things that I have. So Wacky Wednesdays gives the children the opportunity to go things like bowling and just get out of the house if they need to every week. So I think it's really quite important because you'll turn up at some of the doors and like the parents will be shouting at them, or all they know at school is just like constant shouting, and so you get the opportunity to just take them out and have fun and then deliver them back home. And whatever happens at home is sad sometimes, but at least we give them a little outlet every week. Everybody has a joint action, which is a society in the union for people who are interested in working with kids and getting involved in volunteering. They can then sign up to whatever activities that interest them. So this week we're going climbing, and so some volunteers won't have got involved because they're like, oh no, I don't like climbing, but others are like really excited about going and will specifically get involved because they like working with kids and because they fancy a bit of climbing as well. We get a certain amount of money. We apply to Leeds University Union, and they have a general pot of money from student activities, and so we applied to their pot and they gave us £800. We actually need about £2,000 to run the project, and so we applied to different trusts. Someone called the Alec Dixon Trust, they gave us £250, which was really amazing. That was for specifically working with children from disadvantaged backgrounds. And then we got some money from the Can Do project, and they actually gave us £500. They were really impressed with everything that we want to do, which is great. And I organised speed dating through RAG, which is Raise and Give, the university charity. Wackies has actually been running for quite a few years. Obviously in inner city areas there are people from disadvantaged backgrounds living because there's some poor areas in the city, and so obviously that was a need that was identified like quite a few years ago. Social services are always wanting students to get involved with children. It was already a need that had been identified for me, which I just decided would be a good cause to get involved with. The sort of training that you get given is team building and child protection. Social services actually come in and tell you a lot about child protection, things about looking for signs of abuse, and then what to do if somebody discloses something to you, which is really important because although it has never happened to me and it very rarely happens, it's really important to know what to do if it ever did. The first aid training as well. St John's Ambulance came in and did a session, so now I'm a qualified first aider on the project. In terms of support, there's a big structure, like there's a president and there's a whole committee that run Action, the student volunteering group, and so there's always support there if you need it. And it's good as well because it's a really student-friendly, student-run organisation, so if I ever need any support then most of the people around will be my friends to talk to.
The training I can provide project leaders with is in health and safety. It's in the running of their project, with recruiting their volunteers and helping manage their volunteers. We also provide child protection training and first aid training, and really any other training that's necessary for the individual project. And the support I can provide with the Wacky Wednesdays project is in their volunteer recruitment, volunteer management. We get them CRB'd, we get the volunteers referenced, we get them ready to go. Also, if they have any problems on the project, if they need to find someone who can help them, I'm the man to do it. Depending on what the project is, any other training or support they might need.
Wacky Wednesdays takes up like 3 hours every week actual with the kids. That's like meeting the volunteers, telling them what to do, then going to pick the kids up and going on the activity. So that's like 3 hours, but then there's organising for it, which could be like a couple of hours extra per week. Hopefully next year we'll get some regular volunteers who come every week and who are interested in getting involved. That's the way that all of the projects work really. We advertise the opportunities in our newsletters and things like that and encourage people that we think should get involved. You know, if they've come quite a few times and they show qualities of like leading and things like that. The best bit of volunteering for me, if you talk to the children and they actually seem to enjoy what you're doing, that's the best bit for me. If they say, oh, this is boring, then I feel as though I failed a bit. But if they're really excited and they're forever asking you what you're doing next week and just wanting to come again, then that's the best bit.
I've gained quite a lot of skills since I started volunteering. The main thing's confidence, really. You get so confident, the first time you do it, you're scared of these kids. Oh, what's going to happen? But straight away you get this confidence. You get you realise that you can actually do it, and that really affects everything else you do. You can get just so much more confidence in everything. Also learn how to deal with sort of more difficult situations. You get the odd issue where you've got kids misbehaving, and you just really learn how to handle stressful situations and really become more assertive. It's all really good for sort of self-confidence and self-improvement.
Main skills I'd say I've gained from action are confidence in managing different situations, like discipline if children misbehave, confidence just being around children and talking to them, understanding what they need from activities, like the ability to make a difference in their lives.
Well, because I study music and I want to go into music therapy or teaching, so it's going to really help me to get work in the future, having experience with children. So it's really helpful.